Imagine going to work, knowing every breath you take is slowly killing you. No escape, no safety, no second chances, just pain, repeated every single day, for survival. Now stop for a second and really think about that. These weren't just jobs, they were survival sentences. And what you're about to see might be even worse than. Part 1. Because in these jobs, pain wasn't an accident. It was part of the job. 5. Flour mill workers during the Industrial Revolution. Imagine working inside a room where the air looks clean, but it's actually filled with invisible dust. You can't see it clearly, but it's everywhere. Every breath you take pulls tiny particles deep into your lungs. At first, it's just coughing, then tightness in your chest. Then one day, breathing itself becomes painful. And there's something even worse. All that dust, floating in the air, is extremely flammable. One spark, just one, and the entire place explodes. And workers inside, they had no time to escape. You weren't just working, you were breathing in your own death. 4. Breaker boys in coal towns, 1800s America. Now imagine being a child. And this is your job. Some were as young as 6 years old. 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, picking sharp rocks out of coal. Your fingers bleed, but you don't stop, because if you stop, you don't get paid, and your family depends on that money. The air is thick with coal dust, filling your lungs before you even grow up. Some boys develop lung disease before turning 15. And the machines? They didn't care how old you were. If you slipped, even for a second, you could lose a finger, a hand, or worse. There was a boy, around 8 years old. One day, his hand slipped. The machine didn't stop, and neither did the work. No childhood, no school, just survival. 3. Camel drivers and salt harvesters in ancient Arabia and Africa. Now imagine working where the sun feels like it's burning your skin alive. Temperatures above 45 degrees C. No shade, no relief. You walk for miles, carrying heavy salt blocks. Your body is exhausted, but you can't stop, because stopping could mean death. Your lips crack, your throat dries, and every step feels heavier than the last. And the cuts? Salt enters every wound, and it burns like fire. Some workers collapsed, right there in the desert, and never got back up. 2. Stonebreakers and quarry workers from ancient times to the modern era. Now imagine breaking stone, all day, with nothing but a hammer. Strike after strike, hour after hour. The vibration travels through your arms, slowly damaging your body. Your hands crack, harden, and deform. Dust fills your lungs every single day, and over time, it destroys them. And the worst part? Many of these workers had no choice. Some were trapped in poverty, others were forced into it. This wasn't just work, it was survival. 1. Coal miners in the 19th and 20th century. Now imagine going underground, knowing you might never come back. No sunlight, no fresh air, just silence and dust. Every breath damages your lungs, until one day, breathing feels like drowning on dry land. And at any moment, the mine could collapse. But they still went down, every day, because their families depended on them. Now think about that. They knew the risk, and they still chose to go. But eventually, they fought back. They demanded better, and slowly, things changed. The world you live in today was built on their suffering. You feel tired sometimes, but they worked until their bodies broke. You feel stuck, but they had no way out. That's the difference, and that's your advantage. So what will you do with it? If this changed how you see the world, subscribe to Life Decoded. And tell me, which job shocked you the most?